All right, all right. Now, I'm only here for a short time tonight, my dears. The reason is because I have come to ask you a question. It's very important. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm in no control over this, apart from the fact I picked these 10 people. But I didn't think for a minute that Andrew Dixon was going to romp in like that. He was he was miles ahead of the nearest competitor, which I think was Matthew Street. It was about 20 places. We've never had such a huge gap like this before. I mean, we're talking about one or two votes, usually given up in a gentlemanly way, you know. But I mean, it's oh dear, oh dear. Well, listen to for those of you who didn't see Brother Brian last night. Now, listen, some of you got the Disney Channel subscription and you watched fucking 8 hours of Get Back, Let It Be. It was fucking boring. Got to admit it was fucking boring. But if you saw those 5 hours of Brother Brian last night, there wasn't just a tiny highlight of our play if you want me to play, and fucking couple of stoned idiots going, no, there were at least 7 special guest stars last night. There was at least 7 outbursts of the extreme. It was a tour de force. I've never seen anything like it. I'd never laughed so much in my life. Now I think Get Back, Get Lost, because that was. I mean, I could. I mean, I don't even have to fucking watch it. I know what the film's like. It's shit, and you people are brainwashed idiots anyway. So you can watch it, Get Back, and you fucking Let It Be. Watch it. But we had 5 hours without so much of a mention of the Beatles, but plenty of mention of Rachel. There was 5 hours of it. What do you mean? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Let's see this. What do you mean? What do you mean that vote was rigged? What you mean Andrew Dixon? Andrew, no, no. I was. I think it was. I thought it was genuine because if I'd been suspicious that these were all from the same type of accounts, you could follow up some of them, and I did follow up a couple of them, and they were people from England, a lot of them, and also I was yes, I was very surprised at what a sex symbol Andrew Dixon is. Actually, I was most surprised, but it with power comes sex appeal. You know, you ask Peter Stringfellow, do you remember when he was in that fucking G string? And you think, hang on a minute, what's he doing hanging around with a 15-year old girl in the Bahamas? But like I said, money talks, bullshit walks. Peter Stringfellow, give me your bollocks. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. My sister said, do you know what? I'd let Michael Jackson touch me up for £1,000,000. I said, yes, but sister, he wouldn't be in. He wouldn't want to know you because you're a woman. She's a woman who understands. Anyway, listen, Beetle Babe. I haven't counted the votes yet, but remember, you're in the Miss Vinyl Nerd this year, so you never know. You never know. You never know. I haven't. I have seen some votes for Rachel. I've got to admit, but nothing too powerful yet. But anyway, listen. Don't think she can do a block vote and tell all of her silly asses to go over and vote because it's over now. Last vote should have been in on the first, anything past that date, and it can be proved in this day and age of modern technology. So, Miss Vinyl Nerd is already out there. Yeah, so, and I can tell you there has been some quiet voting on this one because people don't want to know. I mean, some people are married, you know, they don't want their secret crush to be revealed. So it has to have been a little bit clandestine, you might say. Yeah. And well, like I said, I haven't really got a clue who's won that, so you'll just have to hang on. But it's like I said, with Andrew Dixon, he was a clear winner. He was a clear, and these votes, they didn't just turn up like that. They were steadily turning up, and you know, every time Andrew Dixon turned up on TV, it was like there was a huge round of applause. Everybody's been, he's like a sticky syrup and you're sinking into him and you can't get out. Oh, Andrew Dixon's done this. Andrew Dixon's done that. Andrew Dixon's fucking Vinyl Nerd 2021. Oh, God. I blame myself. I blame myself. I didn't think it would happen. I actually thought Guitar Historian is just by the power of his intellect, he's going to win this one. Yeah, it was a pretty good lineup this year. A pretty damn good lineup. Yeah. But we, like I said, there's tears going to be shed over this. Anyway, let's read some of these questions. Yes. Yeah, it was epic. And do you know what? The terrible thing is, but I'll give him this. My Vinyl Nerd Award announcement yesterday. It got what 150 odd votes, 150 odd views, and your one, sorry, Brother Brian's video by midday today was on 800 views. 800 views. But he deserved every single one of those views because I was when I finally watched it today, I had to watch it in little chapters because I missed the whole. Well, I was there at the beginning, but then I had to go off get some fish and chips, and I didn't come back, so I missed the rest of it. But boy, did it get good! Did it get good? I just hope though that Brother Brian has not peaked before Christmas, because you know this time last year there was a lot of anger and aggro with Brother Brian, so it's exactly the same this year. It's a seasonal thing, but it all come to a head around Christmas Day time for me as well, because you know that's when I had my racist outburst. But like I said, Christmas can be good fun. So all I can say is yes, watch the Brother Brian video now, but before he takes it down, because you know he's going to sober up. He'll get a bit of Black Dog, and then he'll think the best way forward is to take this down, and then the world will be a poorer place. It's as if Nefertiti knocked down the pyramids just to say, I didn't want to build them in the first place. They look stupid. You know what I mean? You can't do it. You have to leave these things up. Yeah. Sort of. No. There was no mention of the Beatles at all. I don't think for 5 hours. So I was very impressed. We managed to have, or we didn't, but he managed to keep going without so much of even mentioning. Well, I think he mentioned Paul McCartney once, twice, but you know there wasn't too much interest. I don't think he cares about the Get Back or the Let It Be box, and who can blame him? Who can blame him? The Tsar. I thought one of the best bits was when he scratched his record. Rachel accused me of stealing, and she stole from the orphans. She stole from the orphans, and then he went. And then he got all confused. What's his name? Lord Jack comes on near the end, and he's like trying to find out what's going on here. What are you doing? You're a double agent for Rachel. Oh. You've got to save this sort of thing for Christmas Day. But then again, like I said, with alcohol, it works its way around. You know, sometimes you can just be staring into space for hours and have nothing to say. Other times, you know, you can read the Gettysburg Address without even looking at the paper. It's just like that. Booze is a strange drug. uh, yes, well, I've had some boozy nights, and they've been a lot of fun. Because the good thing is, you don't know where you are, you don't know where you're woken up, and all that kind of thing. But you know, sometimes it can be a bit dangerous. But because you're made of rubber at the time, it doesn't matter if you've been thrown into a wheelie bin at 3 o'clock in the morning and wake up covered in vomit. You know, it happened. Don't know how it happened, but I don't think I've got any broken bones. Anyway, because he was doing some terrible Christmas songs yesterday. Did you hear it? He said, uh, hang on, let's see. Rose and Valerie. Oh yes, what a tour de force that show was last night. I certainly hope he doesn't. Anyway, listen, he cannot remove it for the next. It says 3 minutes here. So listen, as long as Brother Brian's not watching, I won't tell you yet. I'll tell you in a minute. I'll tell you in a minute. All right, I'm just going to spark this up, and I'll stay for this one joint, and I'm going because, well, just because I can. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Uh, yes. Well, no. I mean, he is usually like that. He's usually like that. But sometimes he's worse than other times. Sometimes he's more angry. Now he was on I think an 11 on the angry last night. he, he really got angry, didn't he? After you turned up, Fred. Oh dear. Oh. Right. I'm glad AGK got a mention and Captain Spaulding because they get away with this fraud as well. And as AGK looks like Mekon, I have a particular hate for the man at the moment, and he's got a girlfriend, and I find that quite repulsive to think about. And he might have even met her whilst trolling around the internet, which is pretty sorry ass behaviour. I'm sorry about that, and you know, Brother Brian was one of the early people who warned about this pervert. Anyway, look, what's this? What's this? Yeah. Well, there's a school of thought that says don't watch her channel, but she's like a plague. She sort of encroaches on you. You know, she encroaches on your life, and you can't help it. I tried a phase where I was having a total Rachel free time. You know, I thought I don't want to have nothing to do because every time you look at it, it's like you've got Forrest Gump on there. And what is it now? Now he's being a sex pest. And also, we know that Rachel's a deviant, and we know that Wax is probably a deviant, and Winchester. And you know what? And the worst thing of all is I remember when John Winston Lennon was actually known as James LaRucci, and he got chased off by an army of children from Record Crate's stream. Yes, yes, there was a lot of trouble about that, and we don't want to go. That we don't really want to go into that. But before you start dismissing people as totally ignorant, is their Willie also ignorant? That's the question. Is their man sausage innocent? Well, I leave that to the audience. I also leave the audience to debate on. Old Beetle Babe, did you get your Disney Channel to watch the Get Back? Because I haven't heard nothing about it from you. Or many of the other girls, actually. Even Caitlin's been a cheap bastard. Oh, no, hang on. I think she did watch it. I think she did watch it. But she probably drilled a hole in the neighbour's floor because they've got the Disney Channel and put a little periscope up through the floor. Oh, isn't it wonderful to see John and Paul going? No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm not having brainwashed people on my show. I'm not having anybody on my show whose face is sideways. Oh dear. Oh well, that's good to hear. I was very disappointed to hear that John Heaton had. I'm glad he didn't win because you'd expect this sort of behaviour off Andrew Dixon, but I don't always expect this sort of stupidity off John Heaton, and there he was, with his fucking Disney. With his Disney fucking subscription saying this is a wonderful experience. Oh my God. And I thought, for fuck's sake, it's not a wonderful experience. It is shit, all right? Can't you tell the difference? Ah, no, it's not. What was better, Brother Brian's stream last night or Get Back in all three parts? Well, whatever rocks your boat, but they looked a bit greasy, didn't they? And I bet It's a Beautiful Life wouldn't have dug it. I haven't heard a word from that girl because I know she wouldn't have liked it because she would have liked Let It Be, but a Hard Day's Night version of it in black and white, of course, with a couple of yellow submarines thrown in for good measure. That's a good question. It's a Beautiful Egg. Which Beatle would you rather have sex with? Paul McCartney circa 1964 or Paul McCartney drawing Yellow Submarine? His willy is made of plastic, as you know. Rosie, oh Rosie, I'd like to paint a picture of you. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, well, anyway, listen, the good news is, even if Brother Brian now takes his stream down, I've now downloaded it in its entirety, so it's here forever. Like Bobby Whitlock's All Things Must Pass album. Anyway, I think that's about all I've got to say. I must go, but I'll be back. And Andrew Dixon, if you're out there, you've now got 27 days to cancel to collect your prize. Yes, and you better prove it's you as well. Oh, hello, Vinyl Dale. Yes, it wasn't a pretty sight, was it? It weren't. Yeah, that's what Stephen Schnee did to me the other day. He put me on a fucking slow timer. I thought, you cunt! How dare you do this to me? How dare you? When you've got these wankers like Psychos fucking whatever his name is, Fred Flintstone. He's about as interesting as watching a rock all day, isn't he? Eh? A rock in the middle of the desert. Oh, talking about interesting, Glenn Kellaway. Make the most of this because I'm bored of you already. Really bored of you. I am. I am. And you put up such a wanker fight. I mean, I'm embarrassed for you. I really am. Now go away and go and play with that greasy haired, fucking curly, moppy, Eskimo loving, fucking Canadian twerp, Larry Graves. Go and listen to some Sparks together. In fact, go and make some Sparks, you loonies. Oh dear. Anyway, listen. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. So, ta ta, ta ta. Goodbye, goodbye.